What's up, everybody? It's Coffee Talk Esports, and today I'm going to talk about how Sentinels have really just became this dominant team and how they really transformed from such a bad team last year to this powerhouse as they won VCT Masters Madrid. And the most surprising match to me was against Gen G, both matches. I'm going to go into that. And I'm also right now going to talk about how I didn't really think EMA was that strong. If you check out my previous video, sorry for the audio, they didn't seem that good. I don't know what it was, but when I was watching the highlights and just little VODs of their inter-region play, nothing amazed me. I didn't see any X factors. I just saw mid, right? They didn't look that good. And I said that in my previous video, and as they came in, they didn't look good. Just like I said, I just think their ceilings aren't high enough. Or the two teams that qualified, just Carmen Corp and Team Heretics, it just seemed like they didn't have high ceilings. When you take a look at Fnatic, their ceilings are super high, but they weren't consistent enough into interregional play, and that's why they lost out. Because again, the VCT qualification for Masters Madrid, the playoffs were single elimination, right? So you just had to play good one time and you're in. So in a way, it's kind of, flip-floppy, but then again, this is Masters Madrid. It's not even the main event champions. But I'm not trying to take away from the Sentinels or any team that, EMEA that made it into Masters Madrid. That's just what I'm trying to say on why I think EMEA was weak this year. And then let's talk about Gen G and how APAC really surprised me. I really thought Paper Rex weren't going to be good without Gene, and they did kind of look a little shaky. However, Wanyet is a super inconsistent player. He looks really good some maps, but other maps he just can't frag. And I think it's more about the system, and he just has to kind of blend in more, and just over time, hopefully things will start going right. He's amazing. I mean, this guy is crazy. And I think just PRX in general look really strong. They were, um, they're really aggressive, right? So that's really something to look at after, because they play really fast, and especially on split against Team Heretics, I thought they were going to lose for sure. I don't remember the exact score, but I think they were down like 3-4 rounds. Um, and then they just came back. And I think they won like, what, 8 rounds in a row? And it just kind of blew my mind because out of nowhere, it's like flip just switched, and they're able to convert every single round, win every single duels. I think that's just what makes them so dangerous, is their individual skill. And if they can harness it together, maybe they could win. Now you take a look at Gen G. And Gen G, I really underrated them going into the tournament, but they look strong. Meteor, Texture, I mean, even Lakia, they just play as like one unit. And especially on Breeze, where it shows, and I'm going to get into this later against Sentinels, they look really strong. So what I'm trying to talk about with Sentinels is last year we saw Sentinels come in and they looked terrible, right? This was before John QT, before Zosis. They look terrible. This year, they look amazing. I mean, it looks like Zekken really found his own. Tens, I mean, obviously, Tens is like a generational talent, and you have him on because he was once duelist, right? You have him on a role that can frag and, play util, and it's like a second duelist almost, but with initiator, controller, util. But Zekken, I mean, he is amazing. My mind is still blown. You take a look at, just rewatch the Gen G game, the finals match, and it's, who is this guy, right? Especially that one map on Ascent, we went like 25-10. I mean, he was winning every duel, and he was in Dream. Keep that in mind. And in John QT, I believe he's the IGL, and he just has to get props on. I think a lot of people don't only, because they just look at kills, but they only pay attention to John QT. He was holding every site, and then his rotations just seemed really clean. If you kind of rewatch the matches, you pay attention to when he rotates and when he doesn't on a fake, right? He's always there. And that finals match was just amazing. Sentinels versus Gen G. Because before, this was a rematch, keep in mind, because Gen G beat Sentinels to knock them down to a lower bracket. And Gen G, I honestly thought they were going to win, right? They're up 2-1 in the finals, and their Breeze is amazing, right? This was the first map, Breeze, and they won this map previous as well in the upper finals, or not upper finals, but upper bracket semifinals, something like that. Gen G beat Sentinels on Breeze, and this was a complete stop. So I'm surprised Sentinels didn't ban it in the finals. But like I said before, and like what happened before, Gen G completely stomped them on Breeze. And then they're up, so they're up 2-1. The second map was tight. I mean, they went overtime. Sentinels barely pulled out 12-14, and then Gen G responded. So they're up 2-1. I just thought if Gen G won it all, I mean, props to them. And even props to them now because they made it so far, and I underestimated them a ton. But Sentinels were able to pull out the win, 3-2, and they look, phenomenal. Sentinels just look super coordinated. They didn't look tilted at all, which is really good. It kind of shows the maturity of the team. And I think Sentinels, if they keep playing like this, they can win champions, right? You saw John QT say, we made a lot of mistakes and we're not even at our peak form. So that's definitely something to look out for because I think he could definitely put them back into shape. There are some mistakes I thought I saw on Breeze, especially. I mean, on Breeze, it kind of looked like they were a little tilted on both maps they played on Breeze, like the upper finals and the upper semifinals and the finals. But other than that, they could just get Breeze down. This is a dangerous team because you gotta keep in mind, Sentinels on Split. This is their bread and butter. This is like where they dominate teams. So definitely tons to look out for. Just thought I'd give you guys a little recap and let me know what you guys think in the comments about Sentinels going into the future. We know Zekken is amazing. We know Saucy is solid. I feel like he didn't perform too well, but keep in mind he's initiator, right? So he's barely taking any 1v1 duels. He's mostly getting shot from behind, and he's just there to get info, and he does that really well. It sets up Zekken for play. So this team is solid, and same thing with Zosis as well. I think it's just all really disciplined, and some of these entry tracks for Zekken, I mean, I just can't stop talking about it. He blew my mind completely. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this whole thing in the comments below. And thank you for watching. Please leave a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing. And thank you. Peace.